15-mile tempo run is enough for you to have a great race on Sunday. So like for me, I was training up in Mammoth Lakes with Dina Castor and Mev Kofletsky, people who won medals in the Olympics, and I saw what they're doing in training. I was like, okay, all I need to do is 15 miles at marathon pace. If I do that, then I can do a whole marathon at that pace. And I just believe that because I saw them do it and it worked for them. So I kind of piggybacked like my confidence off of what they were doing. So I think that's where it's really important to train in a group, or at least know what other people are doing, so you can kind of say, okay, if I do this, if they do this workout, and they're ready to go, then if I do that same workout, that means I'm ready to go too. So, I don't know if you have any.
Yeah, so whether you're training for, to run a mile or 26.2, when you talk about race pace during training, I do a majority of my racing at the half Ironman distance, and Brian's 15-mile tempo run or at pace it echoes a lot with what I'm trying to do with a 13.1-mile run. Like I'll throw down some really strong 8-milers, and that is enough for me to really smack it on race day, giving me a lot of confidence if it's a half marathon I'm working towards. So when you build it up to a marathon, 15 sounds about right. So if you want to like break it down, I'd say divide it in half and then add maybe 20%. So for the marathon, it's half plus 2 miles. For the half, it's you're at 6.5 plus a mile and a half. So if you're looking for a 10K, then you maybe start looking at like that 4 mile tempo run, where it's a really honest, demanding pace, but the value you're getting out of it is so great because of the work you have coming into it and the work that you get coming out of it. So when I do a good hard effort, whether it's swimming, biking, or running, let's say I've got a run plan that I know is going to be demanding on a Thursday. Well, I do whatever my coach prescribes on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't rest for that Thursday, and then I continue on in the continuum of training to get better, improve, challenge myself, adapt. Challenge myself, adapt, and that is the training effect. And a lot of how we train is, we wait for the effect of training to take place. And how do you know when training is working for you? So there's a difference between working out and being active and training. With training, you have a purpose, you have a goal, you have there's an end in sight, and you want to prepare best for that. And so what we do is we have a certain training load, and then as soon as I adapt, and by adapting, it's like I'm handling the work better, I'm getting restful sleep, but I'm excited to train the next day, and I'm eating up and chewing up everything coach has given to me, to the point where it's like I'm kind of chomping at the bit for more. I'm wanting more. Maybe mentally I'm thinking, "Whew, this is good. Like I'm set," but physically my body is telling me, No, we can handle more. Give us more, give us more. And that's when my coach says, okay, we're going to turn that down just a little bit. That training effect is happening. And then we're going to raise the bar and go again. And we do that all the way up to a performance. And by listening to your body, and if you're in tune with your body, you can avoid plateaus, and you can seek for and search constant improvement, which is really key for literally everybody in this room. Like, search for and seek out constant improvement. Listen to your body, adapt, and respond.
I'd just say, to some of the, younger guys in the room, when I first started running, the first time I broke, I was 13 years old, so I was, in middle school. I remember the first time I broke 5 minutes for a mile. It was, a huge deal to me. I was like, wow, this is, I wrote it down on the back of this paper. I was like, I'm going to write down every single time I break 5 minutes for a mile, And now, I can run 26 miles in a row at 4:48 pace without stopping. And like I never thought, if you had told me I was 13 that I'd do that one day, I'd be like, you're crazy, like out of your mind, like is that even humanly possible? And that's not to say, oh, I'm so great. That's just to say, like, I once was where you guys are, and just like Andy's talking about, like the power of like progressively smart training. It's incredible what you can accomplish. Like even now, like I'm in probably my worst shape because I'm coming off an injury. Like I have a hard time running 1 mile marathon pace, but you just do smart training. You take small steps every day, and like Andy was talking about with your body, just craving more training. If you go about it in the right way, like it's incredible what your body can accomplish and do. But it comes through like small progressive steps, and you don't see change necessarily in a day, in a week. Sometimes you see it in 2 weeks. You should see something in a month, but really like it's years and years and years of training until you can reach that top potential. But like don't sell yourself short with wherever you're at right now. Like it's incredible. One of my favorite things about being a pro athlete is we get to experience like what our bodies are capable of doing and test the boundaries on it. And like it's incredible what can happen just with progressive, super smart training. Just build up slow though. Don't like read what someone else did and be like, okay, I need to start doing that tomorrow. Just do what's right for you, what's right for your body, the mileage that's right for you, and just gradually build and build. And you'll just be amazed at how high you can get in your training and racing.
I think there's a lot to be said for the experience factor, and what Ryan touched on earlier was how old you are with your miles and your body and your experience. If you go out and excitement can kind of be a deterrent to this because you have a goal and you're really excited for something, and you go out and you spike your intensity and your mental engagement and your physical engagement, but then you burn out. It's really tough to fight that if you're constantly going up and down, and it actually adds wear and tear and beats you up more than, I'm not going to say slow and steady wins the race, because you need to push the envelope a little bit to kind of tap into what your body can do, but everybody, whatever your starting level is, you can improve from there. And I'm a firm believer in the fact that no matter where you are right now, no matter where Ryan is or where I am right now, I can be better. I can improve. And even at like a world-class level, if you're a world champion, you listen to the best people and the fastest people speak, although they're really happy with what they've been able to accomplish, and they've taken pride in that, but they're also constantly seeking improvement. And it's out there, and it can be had, and I guess you just got to believe that you too can improve. But it does take preparation and a constant commitment. So yeah, I saw a question here.
Yes, this is for Ryan. What did it feel like to run under 2:05? Because when those marathon times came, you guys were flying.
Yeah.
And I thought, the dream of a 2-hour marathon, it's going to happen in our lifetimes. It will happen because there's no limit to our potential. But what personally for you though, to run that fast, what was it like? That must have been so exhilarating.
It's two things that I felt the most in that race was, number one, excitement. Like every time I looked down, I saw my split. Like, there's either two things you can do when you see a fast split. You can freak out, or until you're I'm going way too fast and being an idiot, or you can get excited and be like, I'm way ahead of schedule. And I always get excited, sometimes to my detriment. It doesn't always work out, but when it does, it makes it really exciting. So excitement, and then just pain. It's just a world of pain. I'll never forget being with a mile to go, so 25 miles. I looked down and I checked my split, and I was like right at 2 hours. And so I knew, I was like, all right, if I run under 5 minutes for this mile, I'll go under 2:05. But you don't understand. Like, I was in a world of hurt at that point, and I wanted nothing more than to just like run 5:30 for that mile, wave to the crowd, just enjoy myself. Here I've been pushing and pushing for 25 miles, and I remember just thinking to myself, was like, opportunities like this come once in a lifetime, so you better make the most of it. I was like, you can celebrate as much as you want after you come across the finish line, but until then, like, you gotta go for it. And so I just put my head down, I just dug, and it hurt some more, and it hurt all the way to the finish line. And then, yeah, when I saw the clock, like, and I saw I was under 2:05, I was just like, wow, I can't believe that just happened. But more